go.
Yes, but first I'm going to...
You can make vid calls from the central table, or just get the crew together.
well, I won't touch that yet because I don't really want to gather the crew together. Or at least not yet. I want to explore the ship, get to know the place, get to know the people.
The research room. You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here.
Oh, so I don't need to keep coming back to the Nexus. Unless it's completely vital. Uh-oh. Just triggered a cutscene.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control. Ah, time for introductions. You must be Ryder, Gallo Jaff. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
Yeah, I'm still learning the ropes, mate.
I'm new to this. Being a Pathfinder running a ship?
You'll be fine. As for the ship, I can help. I knew the Tempest when she was a blueprint. I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how she performs out here.
So how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything. Very efficient.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Everything's secure, if you're ready.
Is anyone ready for something this big?
Yeah, well, crossing galaxies is big.
We signed on for the big stuff when we came to Andromeda.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours, unless you've got something to say for the log.
We'll keep the speeches to a minimum. Let's just say we're what this ship needs. Let's go.
I never planned to be Pathfinder. I don't know what's out there. But we're the Milky Way's best and brightest. We can do this.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest, ident 2527, prepping to depart.
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder.
Right. Well, as lovely as
Two Eos, then. What would have been our Habitat 1?
2 failed outposts put an end to that idea.
Maybe we can turn things around. Callow, take us in.
Yeah. So, as lovely as being in the Helios cluster is, I want to explore my ship first and speak to everyone. 'Cause I didn't actually mean to trigger that cutscene. So, I'll come and speak to you bridge cronies later. Loadout station. We don't need to do that yet. It's here. I bet that's when I leave the ship, ain't it? What the hell's in there? Escape pods.
We haven't really spoken since orientation, have we?
It's all been so hectic, but I'm sure things will quiet down soon. Can't be worse than the Nexus.
Yeah, Nexus looks good from here. Oh, email terminal. Interviews. To Ryder from Carrie Tavessa. Hello Pathfinder, I'm a freelance vid maker and I could really use your help with my latest project. It's going to be historic, I hope, just like your mission. Can we meet on the Nexus for a chat? I'll explain better in person. Yeah, we'll sort that out next time I go back there. Facial reconstruction. To Ryder from Lexi. Ryder, I've completed my analysis of the injuries you suffered on Habitat 7 during the fall. Well, both falls. Including the facial damage occurred when your helmet shattered. Yeah, my face is pretty damn ugly at the moment. Those hairline subsurface fractures are mending nicely. If you want to monitor the healing process, there's a facial reconstruction suite installed in the Tempest medbay. Exploring harsh environments can take its toll after all. The suit can make any desired adjustments to your appearance quickly and safely. Callow claims the suit runs on antiquated xenon. Xenon, is it? I think that's not one of his little jokes. Wait, so I can readjust my face. It's like the game's listening to my complaints. Oh, what's down here?
These are the Pathfinder's quarters. Your quarters. Sam's router is down there too.
Wait, right at the front of the ship. Ah, it's just another email terminal. It's quite nice quarters though, ain't it? Ah, this is the dinner room. The ship's very compact. Toilet? Showers?
Most of the crew bunks in here. Cozy, huh? But your room's got more of a view.
Crew info board. Dinner tonight, null entry. Sorry everyone, I forgot we were taking turns in the hot and half the rations aren't unpacked yet. Got you covered, Callow. There's soup in the gallery, dextro and levo for me, and fruit cocktail. And to think we might have left you to port without you. Anyone want to help me move a couch? Not right now, but I'll keep you on my list, especially if you're Bartic and you can drop the weight. Pay you back in beer or whatever else you find, or we find. Are you serious? I never joke about comfortable seating. Congratulations, Pathfinder, on successful installation of your blah 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 blah. Right, what's through here? I'm here.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
Oh yes, he told us.
Happy to have you, Dr. DePero.
I'll do my best. Now, hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
Yeah, you'll be great. I already like you.
I couldn't be in better hands.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here...
What?
A Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the cat?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
Oh wow.
I had no idea. I'd love to hear more. Over dinner, maybe?
Oh. Thing is, Ryder, you're not my type.
What's your type?
Not a patient. I need to be able to look at you clinically, without distractions.
Am I distracting?
Not nearly as much as you think you are. But we were discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats his vegetables.
So I don't know where you're running off, but I never intended to flirt with you, so I'm sorry if that came across that way. Ooh, datapad. You've got this. You don't need an old man a few hundred years your junior to tell you you're ready for this. I'll do it anyway because I know it's true. You keep your rider safe and I'll do the same with mine. That was from the other medic.
Feeling okay?
Yeah, I've got some more questions for you.
I need to talk to you about something private.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of Sam's memory, things he didn't want me to see.
Or he thought you weren't ready for.
Maybe. I found this trigger. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI, and he found out Mom's illness was terminal.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
It was where his journey to Andromeda really began.
Those events started your family down a new path.
Yeah. Thanks, Lexi. Feels good to talk about this.
She hardly spoke to me. Right, friendship with Harry.
How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis. We met at a medical convention on the Citadel. He was moderating a panel on neurosurgery in low-gravity environments. His name card was crooked, but he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
What about joining the Hyperion?
So, how did a sorry doctor end up on the human Ark?
Specialist in alien anatomy, remember? That includes humans. Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
Well, that's all I seem to be getting from you, so...
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
And no dissecting me. Oh, that's to edit the skills. I see. Well, we don't want to do that. I'm happy with the skills I have.
Hey, I'm in storage if you need me.
No, I don't think I do at the moment.
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omni blade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
Yeah, I'm totally with this one.
Right. What?
Never mind. BS for the requisition. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
Yeah, what was Hustle?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy urban search terrain 1? Yeah. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on a patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I wanted adventure and mystery at the edge of known space. There was so much to see. Seems like a long time ago.
600 years, give or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
Adventure. It has to be adventure. Why else would I travel all the way out into a different galaxy? Seeing everything I need to in the Milky Way.
I hoped my Alliance career would lead to adventure. Exploring, hunting dangers in the dark. Didn't happen. Couldn't. But here, everything's new. And I want to see it all.
Ah, I don't hear idealist a lot. Everyone's cynical.
Back at you, Costa. Why'd you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story. But it's bullshit. I had family, friends, a good enough job, nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
Can't believe that. He just left his entire family.
We can't go back. But we're not trapped by decisions a galaxy behind us.
I don't feel trapped. We came from a good place for good reasons. We keep that in mind, it'll steer us right, just like back in Crisis Response. Remember the essentials. A new start guided by the Pathfinder. And team. I'll bust my tail to make that a good story.
I see Liam's got his priorities right in here. Anything else to say?
Pathfinder.
Tell me about yourself.
We barely covered how you joined. Tell me something about yourself.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. Had a good life, but it'd all been done. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
You were a cop, then crisis response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew it didn't fit before I did. But it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
I want to see what he says to this.
An impatient rookie frustrated by procedure? That's overdone.
I know, right? I wanted new, and I got it. And that led me here.
Tell me about your family.
I miss the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? That's the thing everyone does. Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin, both lawyers. Met on the Citadel, settled on Earth. No brothers or sisters. That might have been too much to leave. It was traditional. How about you?
Very untraditional.
Life with my family was not typical, on a number of fronts.
You may do though, right? Family has to. I know mine did. I said goodbye to my mom and dad, and got on a ship to Andromeda.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Is that a drive car? Oh, it is. Neat. Having explodes, you're dead. So what's in this door then? Because I thought this was the door that was going to lead to Liam. Or is he in here too?
Pathfinder. The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
You dirty flirt.
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
I would have done the same just to get off the Nexus.
That's not why I came. Sure, I want to explore the galaxy, but I'm really here to work. I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
Ability to haggle with the locals? Great. But please tell me you're also good in a fight.
Like I said before, Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. I do what I have to. We all have a personal stake in this. If it keeps going the way it's been, we're all dead. I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later?
I'm going to call her Nyrene, even though she's not. Let's speak to you again, though. See what else you've got to say.
I always have time for you.
Oh, jeez. Think I'm about to bed a Torian.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't. And that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
Yeah, it does seem kind of predatorish.
That just sounds like you're taking advantage of people.
Is it? I get people what they want, and they do want, or they wouldn't pay.
How did you hear of the Andromeda initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually I figured out something was going on, something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
Pretty scary though, going to a different galaxy. Yeah, and you seem to know a lot about the Tempest. I know you were probably there from the beginning.
You're pretty familiar with the ship.
I made sure the technicians had what they needed to keep the Tempest ready and waiting. Leadership wanted to strip her for parts, but I kept saying, a Pathfinder's gonna show up. I like being right.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
She's a pretty badass Torian, isn't she? Let's see if we have an incredibly long lift loading screen. No, we don't. What's behind here?
Pathfinder making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, things might start falling off the Tempest at the most inopportune times.
I'll take my chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
Yeah, you and many others, mate. You and many others. I've heard nothing but bad things.
I doubt you were the only one.
Yes, but it's a new thing for me, regret. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties. No real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
Well, I'm here now. Gonna go and find the rest of the ships and make sure we actually finish our mission, and you're tagging along, Mr. Engineer guy.
We're exploring this cluster, eventually the galaxy. If your purpose is here, we'll find it.
Then the question will be, what will I do with it? In the meantime, you just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Yeah, he does seem like a bit of a cheeky, cocky bastard though, don't he? We'll give him time to develop though.
Long time no chat. What's up?
Oh, he's a funny guy. Right, let's go.
Seems like we have a good group here.
Well, veteran Suvi are my girls. Get along well. Lots of mutual respect. As far as your Hyperion peeps go, Doc's kinda nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora, she's a bit by the book for me.
Yeah, we do need that.
By the book keeps us alive.
Hey, variety's the spice of life, right? Different strokes makes for healthy debate.
What about Callow?
He's a pilot.
Which means...
He flies the ship.
we're leaving it at that then?
Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end?
Cocky bastard.
I hear we have you to thank for getting the Tempest space ready so quickly.
Vetra brings her impossible feats to me. I was itching to get this particular call, capital R, ready. Don't tell her, but the truth is, I fudge reports to come in early, then bust ass in secret to make up for it. Expands the guild legend. Plus, I convey calm and assurance, and the whole team relaxes, which helps them do their jobs better.
Yeah, this guy knows what he's doing.
What's your social circle like?
I'm good for a laugh, so I know lots of people, but I don't let too many in. My one true friend is stationed on the Nexus. She's the only piece of the Milky Way I brought with me. The more you and I get to know each other, the more you'll probably hear about her.
How tough has it been on the Nexus all these months?
Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue?
No, but I had some chicken today.
Can't say I have.
Well, let me tell you, it's tough. Wondering if you're gonna die from a critical malfunction, or maybe starvation. Imagining which would be worse. But hey, you could always take a break from the fear and boredom to dwell on being a part of the biggest failure in galactic history. Maybe even participate in a revolt.
What was your take on that?
I didn't place any bets, if that's what you're asking. Truth is, I don't think anyone made out particularly well. Whatever side you're on, you die a little when your brother, your teammate, becomes an enemy. We traveled all this way, all hope and wonder, and we end up fighting with each other over scraps. It's sad.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
This guy's kind of a glass half full and a glass half empty kind of guy, isn't he? All wrapped in one.
Ryder, when you've got a minute, stop by the medbay.
Okay.
Our tech lab is an engineer's dream. It's perfect for any delicate technical work.
But do we have an engineer at the moment? Well, I'm going to check down here. That one was completed. Would you like to play this Apex mission in multiplayer? No. That one locked. Oh, do I need to debrief this first? There we go, yep, send a strike team. Yeah, that's fine. Right, research center. Select research to unlock new blueprints and augments by spending research data. Select development to craft equipment and nomad upgrades using blueprints you've researched and materials you've gathered. Each category has different research data, so that is Milky Way, Helios, Remnant. Select a blueprint or augmentation and hit research. Question is how much is this going to cost me? Ooh, the good old Hornet. Oh my god, that sniper is amazing. Ah, damn it, I can't afford it. I don't think I can afford anything at the moment, so it's probably a waste of time me even doing that. So, I mean, I want to do this up here first. Check this out, and then I can head to the med bay. Okay, no calls available at this time, that's perfect. So, where was the med bay again? That is the kitchen. The med bay was up here. The med bay has frozen. There you are, Lexi.
Need something?
Wait, why did she tell me to come to
I'll
the
let you
med
get
bay?
back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
I'm not imagining that, am I, guys? She did say to come to the med bay. Oh, what's this? Oh. The facial reconstruction suite. Don't really need that right now. Right. Time to speak to these two.